Welcome to the exciting rebirth of Superstar, featuring choose your membership rate as low as just $3 a month. At Superstar, you get expanded, exclusive video scopes each and every week, unlimited access to special horoscopes, class passes for Synchronicity University, consultations with me, and so much more. All of this in the Superstar space. I look forward to meeting you there. Hello, fabulous superstar Leo. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of January 2023. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. It is a remarkable astrological month, without a doubt. Big moves happening in the sky now. It is going to be on the 6th of the month that we will have this month's full moon. Now, this full moon takes place in the sign just before yours, and this is a part of the sky that is decidedly quiet. It can sometimes represent an inner restlessness, but right about now, I feel like for you, this energy does represent plugging into source, feeling connected to faith, but also feeling a sense of excitement for what is yet to be. There are set to be fortunate closures now, but also a deep connection, an understanding within you that there is so much more that you have yet to do in this lifetime. And so, what do we have happening with this full moon? Well, it is going to be speaking in harmony with Uranus. I love this energy, I have to say. It is this very energy that brings with it change that feels especially fortunate and breakthroughs in understanding. This is where karmic blessings and opportunities can just find you. Neptune is speaking in supreme harmony with this full moon, magnifying that sense of faith and awareness around whatever may be happening now is part of some higher plan. Even if you don't know all the details just yet, maybe you don't need to. If you operate from faith, you will make the right choices to get where it is that you are meant to go in a higher, more loving vision for your life. Mercury is opposite this full moon as well. And to me, that represents a sense of bringing your own faith, your own connection to source, your creativity into your daily life in some way. But it could also be that as a result of moving through your life, for example, interacting with clients, customers, coworkers at your work, or perhaps in the spaces that you frequent every day, it's within those spaces that you actually are able to find the insights and inspiration that lead to that deeper level of change for you as well. Regardless, though, this energy is also part of a divine preparation. The divine preparation is ultimately that which is leading you towards 28 and a half days later, which is when we will have a full moon in your sign. That is a remarkable energy. And of course, I'll be here to talk about it every step of the way. But that's really when it'll be as if all your emotions come to the surface. You're wearing your heart on your sleeve, and it's a moment of truth and culmination and understanding of who you really are. It's almost like in order to get to who you really are, you have to understand what has served its purpose in your life first, as is the case right now. But it is as we navigate forward on the 12th of January is when we are going to have Mars going direct. So this is very exciting. Mars has been retrograde since late October, and it was in the first part of September that Mars entered shadow. Where Mars is, as Mars changes directions, will in some way help you to see the events of early September differently in some way. It'll give you another perspective, yes, but it'll also help you to understand what is the best action for you to take going forward from here. Now, for you, this is very likely related to a friend or your involvement in a group endeavor. This is about your connections with others in a wider community as well, perhaps even online communities. And this can also speak to an understanding of what your actual hopes and wishes are for your life and your lifetime. With Mars, you're being inspired to tap into your power to move your life in the direction you desire to go. Where other people can support that in a way that also brings encouragement that feels heavy and empowering, well, it is those connections that are likely to feel that much more strong now. But where it is that some people are just frustrating, which is possible, but also you feel that they push your buttons in a way that doesn't necessarily feel empowering. This is either going to be seeing them and the situation differently or deciding that perhaps you're ready to go in a different direction. It is as we navigate forward over the course of the 21st and 22nd, there is so much going on, and a lot of it is speaking to what is happening in your opposite sign. Now, your opposite sign has to do with your one-on-one alliances like partnerships, professional alliances as well. However, the other layer is love relationships. So I'll talk about love specifically in just a moment. We do have a new moon happening on the 21st, and new moons bring with them new beginnings. And this new moon is at the very beginning of its respective sign, which means that the sense of newness is that much more heightened now. This is about connecting with new people at that. We've got a beautiful connection between this new moon and Jupiter as well. And so there's a real philosophical sense awakened within you as a result of the people that you're connecting with, but also reawakening established alliances as well. It could be that certain professional alliances open up new opportunity for you, specifically international opportunities could open up for you at this time, or maybe stepping in front of a bigger stage than you knew before in ways that may feel positively delightful and hopeful as well. But it is what happens the next day that is going to speak to this new moon in many ways. It's really going to help bring the message home of this energy. First, we're going to have Venus connecting with Saturn in the sky. Now, both are in the same part of the sky, your opposite sign. Now, normally when we see Venus, right, we look at love, and Venus meeting Saturn once a year tends to represent some need for a more grounded perspective. So that's the nice way to say it. But another way is this is a reality check moment that may feel as if you are made to be grounded with a thud, right? As far off as you might have gone in a direction of simply dreams or hopes or desires, the more it'll feel like a contrast to have to actually pay attention to practical matters and what it is that another person is actually showing you. Now, as a general principle, when I see Venus meeting Saturn in the sky, or even if it's some other type of aspect like a square or an opposition, I'm reminded of the very famous quote from Maya Angelou that says, "When people show you who they are, believe them." This becomes especially true for you because it is about those one-on-one alliances in your life. And at this time, it's going to be more true for certain signs than it is for others. You are one of those certain signs now. And so we have here a sense of, yes, newness, but also needing to look at things with practicality, which makes me think that there's a possibility that this may favor professional alliances more than it would romantic alliances. I mean, Saturn can be a buzzkill, a joy kill, if I'm being really blunt about it. Saturn isn't always conducive to moments that inspire connection from an ease. And yet, Saturn is valuable for connections that have the potential to last a really long time. And so consider this: Saturn is the ancient ruling planet of your opposite sign. Uranus is the modern ruling planet, both being so active under the light of this new moon in your opposite sign. It brings that much more awareness and power and a sense of knowing that there's something taking place there. There's activity happening. With Uranus moving through the top of your sky, again, to me, this affirms the likelihood that this energy will be realized in the realm of career. It's just that much more possible here. However, we've got to talk about this energy in the context of love. I do think for many Leos out there, this is going to be about truly being honest with yourself about where you are in love and how you feel about it. Being honest with yourself can actually be very liberating. That's the great thing. And where it is, perhaps you've pursued certain pathways because you thought that you wanted that, you may realize that perhaps you were doing that because you thought you should. Everybody has their own understanding of what partnership and healthy partnership is for them, and they have their own understanding of balance as well. And so this is an opportunity for you to consider what that could be for you also. So for those of you open to meeting someone new, look, a new moon in your opposite sign is one of the best signs that we have to say that someone new is going to be there. When we have such important lunar energy in your opposite sign, that's what tends to take place. Now, you add to this the other energies I spoke of. I do feel the most likely way this energy will be experienced by Leo risings, Leo suns, and perhaps even Leo moons as well. So if you know your chart, you can add this layer of understanding to it. But having said that, there could be a very noticeable age difference. That is most likely to occur here, given the symbols that are playing out with Saturn, with Uranus in the 10th house. But it's also possible here that you would connect with someone through professional endeavors where the potential is there for it to grow in a direction of love, where it is that you have any walls or resistance or uncertainty within you as to whether or not you even want a relationship right now, that may come to the surface for you as well. For those of you just starting to date somebody, well, look, when I look at this energy, it is all about being honest with you. It's all about truth. And I think at a time like this, you won't be able to tell yourself it's something or it could be something when it isn't. This isn't about necessarily excusing things, but rather it's about truly seeing things from a healthy detachment so that you can have an understanding as to what this person is showing you and whether or not that works for you. If it does work for you, things could accelerate very quickly at this time. But if it really doesn't, well, this represents energy that can have you going in a different direction rather quickly. And for those of you in an established bond, well, look, the overwhelming majority are going to find this a time of fresh understandings, new beginnings that help it to feel as if you are in a new chapter with this person that you love. I would also add there's the potential here for your partner to have some new beginning in their life. And it's like you are feeling happy for them. And that brings some fresh energy into the alliance also. However, for the very, very small percentage of Leos out there, if you have felt for a while that maybe you're not in the right relationship for you, I think a lot of that is going to stir for you now. And you get to decide what forward looks like for you and uniquely for you at that. What I love about this month for you, there's so much here. It's a powerful and meaningful astrological moment. I am going to say, look, I love that new moon in your opposite sign because I think it's all about alliances and connections, whether they're professional or personal now. You are learning so much about yourself based on whom it is that you're interacting with, whom it is that's in your life or coming into your life at this time. It can be an exciting time, that's for sure, with Uranus going direct. It can truly feel as if barriers are released as part of moving yourself towards not just alliances, but also whatever it is that you consider success and also a higher, more loving vision for your life. Well, thank you so much for watching. You can get a video like this each and every week for each and every sign for as low as just $3 a month with choose your membership rate. Now, higher tiers get you things like all access passes to Synchronicity University events, consultations with me, and so much more. All of this in the superstar space at NadiyaShahSuperstars.com. Link is in the description below. Thank you for watching. It'll be a great month. Enjoy.